What's up, guys? Crazy Canuck here. Welcome to episode 20 of our complete course construction series. Yes, I know it has been a long time. I have been very busy with real life stuff as we're getting our house ready to sell. So I've been busy cleaning, painting over my 2-week spring break. Unfortunately, today's the last day of it, and this is the last thing I'm doing on my holiday, and then I'm back to work tomorrow. But oh well, I'm excited to go back. But yeah, I've been quite busy with that stuff and other things taking up my little free time I have. But we are looking to get back into this, and I am excited to continue building our 7th hole. You might notice the layout is a little bit different as well. Camera's up here. My desk actually was on that wall, but it flipped over. The realtor wants that because it makes the room look bigger. I don't know. So anyway, looks a little different. So if you're thrown off, well, hopefully it doesn't bother you too much. Okay, enough of that stuff. I haven't even opened this up in about 8 days either, so I took a quick look at it before I turned on the record button, but I've kind of got a pretty good idea of what I want to do. So this is a relatively kind of mid-length par 4. I kind of like this little ridge up here. I think I'm going to use that. Just kind of and then into a valley here, so I might build up this hill a little bit. So today we're going to work on bunkering. Probably look at that little cross bunker there. I do kind of like these 3 kind of framing bunkers here, which are potentially going to be in play. Obviously, we got a lot of flattening and sculpting and stuff to do as well as we finish out this 7th hole. Still lots of comments on the 8th hole, and we still have issues with these tee boxes, but I'm not... We might visit that today, I don't know yet, but anyway, I think this course is going along quite nicely. I'm just trying to refresh my memory. I feel like I haven't looked at this in ages. Yeah, just trying to get remind myself of what this looks like. There we go. There's lots of questions on the last video, so we'll try to answer some of those as we go through as well. There's been so many just outstanding courses being published for the World Cup of Design that I've been taking a look at but haven't got a chance to play. But yeah, they're looking really, really good. Okay. I think I know what I want to do here. So let's jump in. Get going. Change up the music a little bit. Maybe a little bit more of an upbeat vibe today. I don't know. And we'll get that timer started. We're at 12 hours, 46 minutes, moving along quite swimmingly, I would say. Let's get going. So, I think we'll start maybe with a little bit of sculpting of this bottom fairway. I apologize if the sound levels are off. I've been streaming a few other things the last few days, so probably the sound not quite where it usually is. I'm hoping it's not too bad today. Alright, so yeah, I've been busy with real life stuff, but also if you're watching this around the end of March, we're right in the middle of the Ultimate Designer Showdown, which is our little course design community tournament that we've been doing, just kind of for fun, where I pick 64 designers, 64 courses, and doing Twitter polls for votes. I think people are enjoying it. Just kind of a fun little competition. Nothing too serious. Will the best course win? I mean, probably not, but who cares? It was all about highlighting the community, the designers, and I feel like we're accomplishing that together. Okay, well, we're gonna have to tweak this a little bit, but maybe throw down the sand first. Alright, yeah, I've been doing the bunkers a lot of different ways. Like this one I did, yeah, I've just kind of been doing the circles. trying to remember what I've been doing. It's been so long. So we're about 294. I think I want to bring this bunker a little bit closer in, so probably do this. You just change the shape a bit. Just fill that in a bit. There we go. Fix up a few of these edges. There we go. That'll do. But yeah, there's been some seriously good looking courses, really good quality courses coming out. And I mean, people are teaching me at this point now. At this point, I don't feel like I'm a huge resource for, you know, intermediate to advanced designers, because they're starting to design circles around me at this point. But if you're a new designer, I still think that my beginner tutorials are definitely where people should start. And hopefully you're enjoying this series as I'm building a course from scratch and recording every second of the action. Well, can we call this action? I don't think we can. Not a lot of action going on, but I am glad that people are enjoying watching it. And I'm enjoying bringing it to you. I just haven't had the time lately, but I'm hoping to get back on a regular schedule and try to get at least a couple of these done, 2, 3 a week. Okay, now we'll do this inner one here. I'm not as meticulous as like a mat or something with my bunkers. I never have been. Something I do want to learn. I just haven't, again, really had time to dive into those tutorials. And I know I'm gonna watch little bits of it, but I'm at the point now where I gotta start watching some tutorials and streams to hone my craft a bit more. But I think everyone kind of designs in different ways, and you don't want to follow people exactly, and the courses start kind of looking the same. You gotta kind of do your own spin on things. Get the basics down from tutorials and stuff, and then kind of do your own thing. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, I kind of like the randomness of the shapes there. This bunker probably isn't great. Some weird shadows going on here. Okay. So I think we'll just have that, and then kind of, you know, people are probably going to be landing their drives in here. So if they want to hit driver, you got a pretty narrow spot. A layup probably in here, which leaves you about 150 in, which won't be an overly difficult shot. But I'm almost wondering about changing this fairway and maybe bringing it in here, and then maybe having a front bunker here. Just making it a little bit, and then I mean I could put a pin here, and then you got bunker front, crazy stuff at the back. Wondering if that might be, although I feel like the transition wouldn't be great either. I guess I could bring it in here. That wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, let's experiment. Why not? Why the heck not? So let's pull that out. Okay. Oh, there we go. So, kind of same path along the right that we had. This is all going to be about the same up until about up the hill, and then it's going to kind of come in like this. It's not going to be it's going to be a bit of an odd transition, I think. I can't quite tell until we have it down. Oh. Yeah, I think we're gonna do... maybe bring it in here. Oh, now that's looking real bad. Nope, 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 nope. I don't even know what I was doing there. I think that's not a bad shot. We'll just, you know, I think maybe add a little bit of sloping here, so anything front's gonna be a mess. Anything at the back is just dead, so I think we'll keep that. I'm also noticing after kind of stepping away from this with a week, I really don't like, I'm real lazy with this grass here. I get super lazy. So I might consider some new ground planting here too. I mean, it's okay in spots, but I don't know. I don't love it. And I kind of liked what I was doing in here. A little bit more of the sand. It just feels really open out here. But that might be a good thing. I do really like this hole. Big fan of how that hole turned out. 5's great. That's a nice hole right there. 6 comes inland. Yeah, okay. Alright, sometimes you just gotta refresh yourself. I mean, sometimes you're like, I don't know if I like this anymore. And I've been there many times. If I don't like how this is going, if I'm 25 episodes in and I start losing my original idea, I will scrap this. Like, I will. I don't want to. I don't think that's gonna happen with this one, but sometimes if you're not feeling it, you don't want to force the issue, especially if you're not enjoying building it. That's the big thing. Who cares what other people think? But if you're not enjoying the build, then you need to stop doing what you're doing. That's looking really nice off the tee. Framing there. Plus that little downhill slope will make this shot a little bit tougher. So we will do the little narrow bit of fairway here just to create. I don't care if I go exactly around. Actually a pretty thick layer. How was I want to do that much? I'm gonna bring it in a little bit closer. Actually, that's a lot a bit closer, but... There we go. I'll thicken up this spline point. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And then we'll go over it. Finish off the splining here. Being careful not to... Oh, we're not being overly careful. Probably should be more careful than this. So we'll bring it all the way around. Should cover it. Just making sure we didn't miss any spots. I don't think we did. So the fairway is now in. I think this is kind of a fun hole. Alright, so let's pull out these distance markers. And now we gotta sculpt these bunkers as well. Okay, we'll do the edges after. Have to get the bottom done first. These ones I'm not making too deep. Got to the point with things like bunkers, and I'm not a perfectionist with this. I'm not doing any design contests. I'm probably not going to do any more design contests. I don't find them fun anymore. I think that I've been around for a while, so I mean, I kind of know what I'm doing, and I don't find sometimes the feedback is all necessarily helpful for me. It's like, I know I'm lazy with my bunkers. That's fine. So I know I'm gonna get dinged on that, and I won't win a contest because, you know, I just don't take the time. I think my bunkers look good, but I don't think they're like contest winning good. And that's kind of a choice I make. I could go and spend an hour on a bunker and just get it perfect, but that's not how I want to spend my time. I think my bunkers are passable. Anyway, questions. I'm in a weird mood today. William Castellano says, what are the advantages in designing on PC versus the consoles? Well, that's a big obvious one, is just comes down to processing speed. The consoles tend to be quite a bit slower, although I do have heard that the PS5s are significantly better. I haven't heard too much about the Xbox. They're quicker, a little more responsive, but that's probably the big one. And the second big one being, with PCs, you can collaborate on courses, so you can trade the file back and forth just by pulling it out of the directory, emailing it to another person to work on, then they put it into their directory, work on it, send it back. Can't do that on consoles. So that's a big one. That is definitely a big one. I want it to be a bit slopey in there. There we go. Oops. Harry J says, I'm designing my first course at the moment and I'm enjoying it and all that good stuff. However, as a new designer, how do I quantify success? Oh, would you look at how many played or something else? Thanks for the helpful videos. How do you quantify success? That is really coming down to your personal goals. Like what would be successful for, what makes a successful course for you? For a new designer, I suggest not even bothering to look at the plays. I think the play, comparing number of plays, oh, my course has 50 plays versus my course has 3,000 plays. That does not have an indication at all on how good a course is. Some of the wackiest, stupidest courses in this game have 50,000 plays. That doesn't mean it's a good course. I mean, it may be a fun course, but don't look at plays. That can kind of be discouraging too. I quantify success based on just how did I enjoy the process and how much did I improve over my last course. How much do I feel like I improved? That is what I would look at. So it's really hard to say quantify. I don't know if you could technically quantify success. It's a feel thing. But, as a new designer, just focus. Like, did I learn something new? Did I try a new technique? How did it work? Things like that. But, no, that's a good question. I know a lot of new designers get hung up on plays, and, it's an obvious measuring stick, but it's honestly something that I wouldn't concern yourself even looking at. I mean, of course it's cool to see, my course has this many plays, but it really comes down to, selling your course too, because your course is just an extra piece of hay on a massive haystack. If you don't promote your course, and I highly suggest getting involved in communities, TGC tours, Reddit, Facebook groups. Get yourself established. Get yourself known. Don't be annoying, like play my course, play my course, play my course. Offer feedback in return. You'll get it back. And that's how you get to be a better designer. That feedback is massive. I wish I had more time to give more feedback to new designers. I try to do mini critiques on my streams whenever I can, but it's invaluable. So if you never know what you're going to get with feedback, so try to scout it out or seek it out as much as you can, for sure. That was a long answer, me just rambling, I feel. I apologize. Course Design HQ, he has lots of questions, but I like his. I also have a small YouTube channel with playthroughs course design, and I was wondering if you have any tips on gaining support on a channel. A golf channel is hard for people to find. We've got almost 9,000 subs. Just wondering if you had any advice. Ooh. Well, first of all, go follow Course Design HQ. Get him some subs. Get him noticed. Yeah, I think I've seen a few of his videos up, and he's just got starting out. It's a tough one, man. I think I am at least somewhat popular in the community because course design is a pretty niche thing. I have a set of beginner tutorials that are really kind of have a monopoly on it, to be honest. There's no one really has succinct beginner tutorials to get started in this game. And I've been making them every year for the game, and they're very popular, and that's how I have my name out there. So you kind of have to find your niche. What are people doing? What are people not doing that you could do? It's hard. It's not. You're not going to get 9,000 subs overnight. It's taken me years, and 9,000 subs is not really a lot in the YouTube world. But it's at the point now where you guys are helping me make a little bit of money, which is also nice. So, thank you. But yeah, it takes a while. It takes a few years to get it. You're not going to be, it's going to take a while to, sometimes get over 100 views on a video. But just keep plugging away and be interesting and have interesting content. I guess that's it. Just be unique, I guess. Some interesting questions today. Some good ones. How's this looking? I like it. I'm just trying to think how this is going with 8. We're still... I'm still thinking probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten this fairway. Probably going to... 3 is probably going to come into here. Then that'll give me room on 8. And a lot of people are saying, join the fairway, join the fairway. It's not going to happen. So I think I'll probably bring the fairway almost out to here. I have 0 ideas for 8, by the way. We'll get there, though. Okay, so now we'll start looking at tee boxes here for hole number 7. Do that one. Maybe we'll do a couple of these guys. And one of these. Boom. Oops. What do I want to do? That's looking weird. I do like it a little bit on the downhill. A little bit of a downhill into this next tee box. That's got to get flattened out a bit. And this has definitely got to get flattened out. Re-flatten the tee boxes after. Or right now. Question: what's your favorite real life course played or want to play? What's your handicap? Oh, that is a Nick Roberts question. Favorite course I want to play. Well, I want to go down to Bandon Dunes. That's my realistic goal. It's not, I'm on the West Coast. I can drive there. Never played it. So that would be on my list of definitely want to play. Have played, probably the best course I have played was probably a tie. In Maui, I played Wailea, the Gold course and the Emerald course. They were just stunning. And also in my neck of the woods, I played a course called Grey Wolf, which is in the Rocky Mountains, British Columbia. Just another amazing golf course. My handicap right now, I don't really keep it officially, but I would say I'm probably about a 15, 16 right now. I haven't even touched a club yet this year, and it's almost April, which is really strange for me. I've just been so busy. I don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of golf this year, but you never know. I'm expecting that handicap to skyrocket. But sometimes life gets in the way, unfortunately. Or fortunately. Let's see how this looks off the tee. Did I ruin the look? No, not quite. Okay. So I'm kind of thinking probably something down in here, maybe some sand, like just like some dunes in here. Now I kind of ruined that look of that. Originally I wanted that hill to show up. Now I'm wondering, do I bother? Because now, yeah, maybe I raise it up a bit. Like this hill on the, kind of like it. It's almost like a natural barrier too, between 7 and 8. Probably go a little bit higher. Now we're getting a little crazy here. Something like that. You know, that looks good, and then off to the right, we'll, you know, that'll catch your eye. Off to the right, we do some kind of cool planting in here. That'll look nice. I mean, there's not really going to be a view down there, so I don't feel like I'm really wrecking the view. Boom. And then this second shot will be a nice little uphill gap wedge. I mean, this should probably be a pretty easy birdie hole, but I'm trying to figure out what else I could maybe do to this. It's all about the drive, really. Just seeing, is there enough space here? Oh yeah, there's plenty. People do want to hit driver, but you know, most people have the big boy driver, which, you know, in a wind they could probably be able to carry that downwind. So, and then I'll set up a nice little easy pitch. So, you know, a little bit of risk reward off the tee, which is probably a good thing. Okay. So, playability, I think. I mean, is it a master class in playability? No. It's a pretty straightforward one. Just looking around, taking a peek. I'm almost thinking maybe some trees in here. Just like a little grove there. I know people are gonna be like, no, that's gonna wreck the ocean view, but almost creates that shoot look, maybe. Might be kind of cool. Humor me for a second. I don't know who I'm talking to. Do we have any other questions? Who's your pick for the Masters? Jake Cunningham says. Ooh, Masters is coming up. Who is my pick for the Masters? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it yet. It is coming up, but I mean, Lee Westwood's been playing pretty good as of late. Throw him into the mix. I don't know. Be kind of wild. Okay, so what are we gonna do for trees here? We kind of gone more of the pine route here. Now it's how much do I want to this to be pretty narrow, so let's do this. Put one there, put one there, one there, put one there. I'll do these guys. These thicker ones. I don't know. Do I like that? I do, actually. Yeah, and then it'll open up here. I actually like that. Yep, that's gonna work. I think quite nicely. This kind of closes the shot in a little bit. And then in terms of maybe some kind of waste bunkers here, I haven't used these in a while. Maybe something in here. I don't know, I just see something just off the tee here. I don't know why. Now I don't really. Plus maybe we do something a little bit different. Maybe that's a little bit better. Been a sucker for these lately. Okay. And then kind of do a little bit of grass planting in here, maybe. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, that grass does not look good there. Let's just throw some in here too. Make it look a little messy. Like, hey, that's definitely not in play. Yeah. I think maybe we got a little bit too wild in here. Bit of a lazy plant. My specialty. Lazy. We'll probably come back to that. I'm not satisfied with that at all yet. Well, let's see if we can fix it up maybe with a few of these bushes. My go-tos here. That, maybe we'll go with all these guys. Just sunk down in here. It's probably looking a little bit better. I do like this bush in here. I think that just adds a little bit more color to a pretty bland tree area here. Probably have to go down and add some as we go through, but just a little something to catch the eye off the tee. Definitely needs a little bit of work. And on the other side, we'll do something similar. So yeah, if you guys do have questions for me, as always, question for Canuck in the comments so I can easily find it. And yeah, sometimes I'll get to your question, sometimes I won't, but if it's not a good question, or I don't have time, or I don't feel like I should answer it, I won't, but most questions have been pretty good. So keep them coming. All right. So I think we've made pretty good headway today. It's good to be back. And in terms of what we need to finish, I'm going to stop the clock here, as we're probably going to call it, but that's looking pretty good. So we now have to consider maybe what we might do in here, what we're going to do at the back, probably just a continuation of this, I would imagine. And there's an empty space here that's kind of a walk up between 5 and 6, but it's missing something. I might even just cover this with trees, or tree it up to here or something. I don't even know yet. I don't know. There's many questions there. We never got to the whole tee box thing. That's going to bother me when we hit hole 8, and then we'll figure it out. But I do think we're going to move 3 back. I think that'll solve a good chunk of our problems. I think that hole is going to look better too. But yeah, and then there's the whole back 9 that we still have not really locked in the routing for yet, but we'll get there when we get there. Okay guys, thank you so much. I'm just looking at the camera here, but it's over there now. I might move it back. Anyway, thanks for watching. Good to be back, and again, I hope to be getting these episodes back to a more of a regular schedule. So, thanks for watching. Have a good one.